I was raised up believing I was somehow unique, like a snowflake, distinct among snowflakes, unique in each way you can see. And now after some thinking, I'd say I'd rather be a functioning cog in some great machinery, serving something beyond me. But I don't know what that will be. I'll get back to you someday soon. You will see.
Class. This is where we first lived when we moved to Virginia in 1992. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. We moved to Chicago, Illinois, and then we eventually settled in Sterling. So this is our first house. First place I went to school was just down the street at an older elementary school. It's where my brother was born, and most of my memories of being a small child are in this house. This is the three of us there. Dad was supposed to be transferred to Santa Monica after we moved to Virginia, just shortly after, but Mom put her foot down and we decided to stay, which ended up being a lucrative move for my father. It's my first day of preschool. Obviously, I was in charge of picking out my own outfits even then. A few years later, we moved down the street to a brand new house my parents built and into the same school system but different newer schools within the same district. So we stayed there until 2011. We sold that house in May. My parents now live in the district. Race. Growing up in the Washington, D.C. suburbs was a unique experience, and I don't think I realized it was unique until I moved away. Obviously, given the average home price, there wasn't a great amount of economic diversity at my high school or in neighboring high schools. Everybody needed to make enough money to afford to live in our school district. But because we were outside Washington, different families were attracted to the area, and I grew up around a lot of diversity. This is my senior prom group here. My friend Darian and I, who are in the front, went together, and Darian lived down the street just from my friend Katie. He actually is like a second son in their family. This is he and I at prom. So I kind of lived under the blissful ignorance that, everybody made the same amount of money, and it didn't really matter what your family looked like because the people down the street made just as much as my family did. I think this picture is particularly illustrative as I graduated in between Shaheen and Nazreen, and Pej was 2 down for me at our lockers. Gives you an idea of the kind of diversity I was used to. Gender identity. I was always the girly girl, especially compared to my younger sister, who is now a collegiate soccer player. She was always sporty, and I was always girly. I took ballet lessons. I loved to dress up. Before school every night, I would pick out my outfit for the next day, and that's something I continue to this very day. I've always felt comfortable as a girl, and that continued through my teen years and into my early and young adulthood. This is the only picture in existence and the only picture that will ever exist in which I'm wearing camouflage. I had agreed to go fishing for my first time with my boyfriend's family from Southern Ohio. Obviously, that was a new experience. I think I'm a little bit more comfortable in this picture here. But I realize now that feeling comfortable in your own identity, your own gender identity, is a luxury. Not everybody feels that way.
day forecast bring black tall rains and hellfire, while hand-picked handlers kid gloves tell the DNC the Halliburton attaché cases are useless, while Scotch Guard Macintoshes shall be carbonized. And now they're offering views of exiting empire.